First Chronicles chapter 29. And David the king said to all the assembly, Shlomo my son, whom alone God hath chosen, is yet young and tender, and the work is great. For the palace is not for man, but for Yahweh God. Now I have prepared with all my might for the house of my God the gold for the things of gold, and the silver for the things of silver, and the brass for the things of brass, the iron for the things of iron, and wood for the things of wood, onyx stones and stones to be set, stones for inlaid work, and of divers colours, and all manner of precious stones, and marble stones in abundance. Moreover also, because I have set my affection on the house of my God, seeing that I have treasure of my own, of gold and silver, I give it to the house of my God, over and above all that I have prepared for the holy house, even 3,000 talents of gold, of the gold of Ophir, and 7,000 talents of refined silver, wherewith to overlay the walls of the houses, of gold for the things of gold, and of silver for the things of silver, and for all manner of work to be made by the hands of artificers. Who then offereth willingly to consecrate himself this day to Yahweh? Then the princes of the fathers' houses, and the princes of the tribes of Israel, and the captains of thousands and of hundreds, with the rulers over the king's work, offered willingly. And they gave for the service of the house of God of gold 5,000 talents, and 10,000 darks, and of silver 10,000 talents, and of brass 18,000 talents, and of iron 100,000 talents. And they with whom precious stones were found gave them to the treasure of the house of Yahweh, under the hand of Yehiel the Gershoni. Then the people rejoiced, for that they offered willingly, because with a perfect heart they offered willingly to Yahweh. And David the king also rejoiced with great joy. For what reason David blessed Yahweh before all the assembly, and David said, Blessed be thou, O Yahweh, the God of Israel, our Father, for ever and ever. Thine, O Yahweh, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the eminence and the majesty. For all that is in the skies and in the earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Yahweh, and thou art exalted as head above all. Both riches and honor come of thee, and thou rulest over all. And in thy hand is power and might, and in thy hand is to make great and to give strength to all. Now therefore, our God, we thank thee and praise thy glorious name. But who am I, and what is my people, that we should be able to offer so willingly after this sort? For all things come of thee, and of thy own have we given thee. For we are strangers before thee, and sojourners, as all our fathers were. Our days on the earth are as a shadow, and there is no abiding. O Yahweh our God, all this store that we have prepared to build thee a house for thy holy name cometh of thy hand, and is all thy own. I know also, my God, that thou triest the heart, and hast pleasure in uprightness. As for me, in the uprightness of my heart, I have willingly offered all these things. And now have I seen with joy thy people that are present here offer willingly to thee. O Yahweh, the God of Abraham, of Yitzhak, and of Israel our fathers, keep this forever in the imagination of the thoughts of the heart of thy people, and establish their heart to thee, and give to Shlomo my son a perfect heart, to keep thy commands, thy testimonies, and thy statutes, and to do all these things, and to build the palace for which I have made provision. And David said to all the assembly, Now bless Yahweh your God. And all the assembly blessed Yahweh, the God of their fathers, and bowed down their heads and worshipped Yahweh and the king. And they sacrificed sacrifices to Yahweh, and offered ascending offerings to Yahweh on the morrow after that day, even 1,000 bullocks, 1,000 rams, and 1,000 lambs, with their drink offerings, and sacrifices in abundance for all Israel, and did eat and drink before Yahweh on that day with great gladness. And they made Shlomo the son of David king the second time, and anointed him to Yahweh to be prince, and Zadok to be priest. Then Shlomo sat on the throne of Yahweh as king instead of David his father, and prospered, and all Israel obeyed him. And all the princes and the mighty men, and all the sons likewise of King David, submitted themselves to Shlomo the king. And Yahweh magnified Shlomo exceedingly in the sight of all Israel, and bestowed upon him such royal majesty as had not been on any king before him in Israel. Now David the son of Yishai reigned over all Israel, and the time that he reigned over Israel was 40 years. 7 years he reigned in Hebron, and 33 years reigned he in Jerusalem. And he died in a good old age, full of days, riches, and honor. And Shlomo his son reigned in his stead. Now the acts of David the king, first and last, behold, they are written in the history of Shemuel the seer, and in the history of Nathan the prophet, and in the history of Gad the seer, with all his reign and his might, and the times that went over him, and over Israel, and over all the kingdoms of the countries.